What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be answering your tough Bible questions. I've collected some from online as well, so not just the comments on my most previous short. I mostly collected them from other online sources, so I'm going to answer those as well as the comments on my short. So without further ado, let's get right into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video, Crossing Paths. So let's get into our first questions. So the first question about Christianity that we have is from I don't know how to pronounce this username. I'm not going to try to. So this person asks, I am a Christian, and my question is, has Moses ever sinned, and who is Moses' biological parents? So yes, Moses has sinned, and the Bible tells us that Moses specifically struggled with anger issues. And Moses' biological parents are Amram and Jochebed. Next question, Liam Taylor asks, I'm a Christian, but I personally believe that the earth has been around for more than 6,000 years because every Christian I run into always says that it's that long. So actually, I honestly agree with him as well. In fact, the Bible never states that the earth was been around for 6,000 years or it was made on a specific year or date. In fact, this claim is made by a 17th century Irish religious leader named James Ussher. And he used all the timelines in the Bible and came up with the date 4004 BC. However, this specific number never does appear in the Bible. And the Bible also says that the earth was created in a mature state. The earth didn't have time, didn't develop or anything. God created the earth specifically in a mature state, like it's been around before, basically. And a lot of people argue the fact about the dinosaurs and that they lived millions, multi-million years ago. And I believe that dinosaurs were around the time. I believe dinosaurs were created with Adam and Eve and were wiped out by the flood that God sent, the earth flooding with Noah and the ark. I believe that the dinosaurs were wiped out by that. I believe that the dinosaurs were wiped out by that specific flood, and that's how they became extinct. And also, scientists state that humans evolved from monkeys, but I believe that God just created them similarly, and he just made monkeys have kind of the same features as us, and I feel like he just kind of designed us kind of the same way, and he kind of used some of our design and put them into the monkeys. Next question by Sarah Becker Music is that, did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? And no, they did not, because there was no umbilical cord back then that had to be cut off because they were did not come out of a womb. They were created in a mature state. They were created as adults. They never had a childhood. So no, they would not have had belly buttons. The next question that we have is by Isaac Gray. If God is all-powerful and can do anything, then why was the only way to save us through Jesus? In the Old Testament, people had to use animals to sacrifice, take the penalty for their sins. You see Job sacrificing animals, and he also did it for his children as well. He killed animals to pay the sacrifice for sin. So when Jesus came down, he died so he could be the ultimate sacrifice for sin. So we no longer had to kill animals or sacrifice animals when we sinned. Jesus chose to take the punishment for us humans. No one forced him up on the cross. He chose to take the punishment for us for our sins. That's my answer to that question. All right, wrapped up the comments from my most previous short. So now we're going to answer the questions that I have gotten from online. And the first one that I have is, does God support slavery? This is a main one that I've seen a lot all over the internet. So I'm going to be refuting this. So the Bible itself does condone slavery. It does have slavery in it in the Old Testament. But the big question is, does God ever condone slavery? So the Bible does mention slavery, but never does it support it ever in any of the texts. It in fact incorporates slavery because of teaching people that this is morally wrong. In fact, one of the greatest miracles in the Old Testament is Moses freeing the Hebrew slaves from under control of the Pharaoh. So that is pretty easy one to debunk, in my opinion. The next question that is most asked on the internet is, why was the tree of knowledge put there in the first place? And the reason God put this there is to provide a choice to obey or disobey God and his commands. And Eve fell into temptation when Satan appeared as a serpent and tempted her to eat the apple, and Adam along with her. And they suddenly, sin entered their world. In fact, the Random Cabbage has a great comment on explaining this one or refuting this one. He says, I'm going to read it out. He says, if the tree wasn't there in the first place, then there's no true free will. To truly have free will, Adam and Eve needs to have the option to choose between obedience and disobedience. If God kept only the good trees, then Adam and Eve are bound to only eat the good fruits. All different kinds of trees are given to him to eat, except the one tree, the tree that brought separation, sin, and death. Therein lies temptation in the presence of the devil, a choice, a free will. The devil showed his presence and, again, a choice. God gave them a choice to obey or to disobey and enter sin into the world. The next question is, who created God? And this is a very weird question to me, because that's just asking, basically this is what it's asking. Why is the sky purple? The sky isn't purple, it's blue. So that doesn't make any sense. In fact, the definition of God is a supreme being, a supernatural ruler, and something that is uncreated. So this question does not make any sense to me at all. Next question is, why does God send people to hell? And this explanation, I learned this information basically not just now, but just over the course of my time being Christian, from Cliff Connectley. He just has a very good explanation on it. Basically, we have a choice. You can use your life to obey God and his commands and to worship him and to live your life for him. Or there's another choice. You can live your life freely. You can do whatever you want as a gift because of our righteousness through Jesus Christ. He gives us heaven as a gift to us. And hell, he doesn't send us to hell. He does not send you to hell. God doesn't send you to hell. You send yourself there because of the choices that you make in your life. You send yourself to hell, not God. That's not how it works. If you choose to live your life separate from God, then you will be separate from him in the next life. And the last question that we have on the internet is, how did Moses, author of Genesis, know how the earth was created? I believe someone also commented this on my video, but my brain could be mixing it up and deleted it because it's not there anymore. So I don't know, but I am going to answer this question anyway. God told Moses, it is believed that he was told on the Mount of Sinai, when the mountain that he was given the 10 Commandments on. And it was believed that God gave him a revelation on how the earth was truly created, and he told him all about this. Alright guys, that was fun. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. Again, depends how the video does, because the production of the video really tells me if you guys like this video or not. So if you could drop a like and you like this, you watch all the way through, I'd appreciate it to let me know if you want me to do this again. Not have to, not forcing. I'm just saying if you want me to do it again. It's a good telltale way for me to know. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you have had fun to watch this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.